Don't you want the whole world to be better?
I do.
You do? Great. So you do want.
Yeah, but here he writes, I'm just giving it as an example, that he writes that all those things that I want it at the expense of someone else.
Of course it's at someone's expense.
A person will disagree with it. I want it for myself, so that I will feel good.
Wait a minute. If we're living in a closed system, planet Earth is a closed system, and you take something which you didn't earn, you didn't do, and you're not the creator, so you didn't create it. So how can you take it and use it? Allow me to ask. It's at someone's expense. Either you steal it from nature, from the creator, and this you don't take into consideration. I went to the woods and chopped a few trees. Is it yours? No. We should pay for everything. We should pay for air, for the air we breathe, for everything. When you put something in the ground and it grows, you should pay for the soil, for the water. If we're talking about how we use everything, we are thieves in every single way. It's not like you see those from whom you take. Even when you don't see it, you're still taking. Are you breathing air? It's stealing. Everything is stealing.
Again, there's a thing I can't understand what you're talking about.
I'm telling you, it depends on how you look at it. When you introspect, that's what it is.
I want to ask about the principle. We're talking about the explanation, this, education. That's the reason we have this lesson.
If you want to explain to them about the global world,
yes,
with ecology and all of that, you should explain it the way I started doing it with you. This is the true form. If we relate to it this way, our planet Earth is limited. It's a closed system. If I take it, someone else has to complement it. If not, then I'm stealing. This kind of attitude to nature, forget about the creator and these things. God in Gematria is nature, so forget it. If I take it in this way, then I'm a thief. I'm a transgressor, a felon. If we give this to the next generation, then they might be living in a better world. If it can still be restored.
That's a question, really. I want to know if when we come to explain and to educate, we don't make any concessions with respect to the principles Baal Salam writes about.
I don't want to hear about Baal Salam and the principles of Baal Salam. I want to talk about nature. Nature, where we live. How we should scientifically relate to it on a principle level. On the level of principles, every single thing. Meaning, we must, for every second, we don't even understand to what extent it is. If you're talking about ecology and it's true, in complete honesty, then only in this way. Now, regarding the human society, also, I have to know. I use the street. Someone paved a road, put up a street light, everything. Is someone paying for it? If I'm not, then I'm a thief. I'm forbidden to use the road or the street light, etc., etc. So there are systems that a person has to know that he's living at someone else's expense. Otherwise, his attitude is destructive. I understand it's difficult, but it's difficult only while you're switching to the global integral perception. In the correct, true ecology, it's no problem. On the contrary, it opens your eyes. What is the world I'm living in? What feeds me? It really broadens your perception of reality. It makes you grateful to everything there is. Yes.
to join the scrutiny or clarifying by Lior. What I see in audience on all levels, from general public to philosophers, psychologists, there's no agreement that human nature is evil from its youth. There are arguments.
There are arguments about everything. Everything. The only thing is, if it's arguments between politicians or all kinds of people with their own interests, I have nothing to say there. I'm not arguing. But where there are facts from psychology and from medicine,
even in psychology and science, it's not an agreed upon assumption that man is evil from his youth.
Wait a minute. I don't get it. I understand only this. Are we made of living cells? These cells want, like little animals, only to fill themselves up, right? Does any of them live in order to bestow upon others, and this is its life's purpose? No. If not, it means it's thinking only of itself. This is the program running within it. Now check the program running within man, and you'll see. Look at a little boy, little child. Look at a grown-up, and see what's within them. Check it. Their minds, their hearts, their thoughts. The real internal one, not with all of his spoiling and corruptions and confusions. When his education, his upbringing. What is upbringing? It's a lie. It's a false program that was placed over his ego so he can hide his ego and present himself nice, as if he is. This is called a well-mannered person, meaning he can do whatever he wants, but no one can say he harmed you.
One of the approaches is that a person is born good, but through the process of education, influence of the environment, develops different behaviors.
No, the inclination of a man's heart is evil from his youth. He's bad from nature. The still vegetative and animate only think of themselves. So look at animals, and man is even worse. But at the same time, man knows how to wrap himself up with all kinds of nice envelopes, like a good lawyer. He can kill you, but he will get money for it. He'll get a prize for it. That's the way it is. It's just people say it. Why are you saying this about everyone? Look, it's just biology. What do you want? It's nature's laws. I'm not arguing about black, white, red. I'm not arguing about being Jewish or non-Jewish. I'm not arguing about male or female. Nothing. It's human nature. What's to talk about? Animals. Worse than animals. An animal, at least, settles with what it needs according to its will to receive. Food, sex, family. Man needs money, power, knowledge. These three things destroy all of reality. Look what's happening with your ecology and everything. Man destroys everything. Where are we good? I don't know who can teach it. Who can? It's only those bleeding hearts who have no grasp of the real world can say it. Go out to the road, and soon you'll see what happens in the elections. Everywhere. Where do you see good people? In families? There are constant struggles. It's a constant struggle. Everything is a struggle. It's concealed. If you're not smart, you don't see it. A boy meets a girl, they love each other. What do you mean they love each other? Each one wants to use the other in such a way that he enjoys the other. He enjoys her, she enjoys him. They call it love. What they love is to get benefits from one another, to enjoy one another. It's like loving to eat some food, some dish. Food is like sex, is just like food and sex and family. The same desires in order to receive. If it were different, it would be the next world, not this world. Yes?
It's easy to say it about others, but there's a defense mechanism that prevents a person to be aware.
You're right that we are lying to ourselves.
To admit that I'm an egoist is difficult for a person.
Of course. I'm selfish? No. There are people that I do good to them. You can ask them. So what?
No, it all starts from explanation. If we reach this layer, there's something that blocks a person.
Fine. So gradually. Take science, biology, everything where it's clear that this is how it is. I remember, even back in Rehovot, I had a friend who worked in the agricultural institute. There's an agricultural academy there. And then I saw the way he spoke to one of my friends who was a hippie. He said, no, I don't want to eat your tomatoes. They're all with poisons inside. He said, bro, you have no choice. You're going to eat this tomato because you'll have no other tomatoes. Why are you doing this? He says, we're doing this on purpose, so that you can play soccer with this tomato and then eat it and it'll still be a tomato. He says, but he said, there is no choice, otherwise everyone will go hungry, so just eat it. And they started arguing about a person not needing meat. So again, he told him, what do you mean he doesn't need meat? We, because of our makeup, we need animals. We are animals that eat meat. Some animals eat grass. We eat meat. We're animals. That's it. No, how can this be? We have to be vegans. What not? You want to be a vegan? No problem. Just know you have a problem, because by this you're taking away from your own body materials. He explained it beautifully. I don't know if you were convinced. Didn't check it. But that's the way it is. It's nature's laws. I don't think you don't even need to prove it. Just open it up, the facts. So, and you will see this about everything in life today, because the world is moving toward a general destruction. It'll be very easy for you to prove that without connection, everything falls apart. There will be no jobs, no pensions, no social security, nothing, no social assistance. Society disintegrates. Everyone has something to make money with. He does. He's got something. If not, he'll have nothing. You'll see how all social systems disappear. And then what happens? There will be no jobs. You'll see with this crisis. This crisis shows us exactly, it sorts out exactly how much we need in order to just exist. And then you'll have about 10% of people needing to work, and everyone else won't need to work. There will be no need. No one will want to buy what they make. You understand? Life will bring you this proof. With ecology and the job market and everything, it'll be easy for us to explain. But we do want to bring the medicine before the blow.